Okay, hear me out. This is going to be a stretch, but I think it's plausible, and I think that it's there's precedence. So here we go. Welcome to Trek Canon. Now, I wanted to try to explain the mycelial network and the spore drive from Star Trek Discovery in canon. All right. Now it took me a while, and I had to just bounce it around in my head, and came up with I think two examples that I think may support the mycelial network in Star Trek. First of all, let me begin by saying that there are a lot of types of propulsion systems in Star Trek, okay, that are faster than light. You have the soliton wave, that experimental wave, which push objects faster than light. You have Borg transwarp conduits. You have transwarp. You have regular warp. Okay. You have wormholes. You have all different types of uh, faster than light travel drives in Star Trek because there are a lot of different species in Star Trek. So everybody's going to probably come up with different types of ways of doing things. Okay. So my first example of what I think brings the spore drive into canon. Side note, I understand that there's legal things going on with CBS and the game developer and everything like that. Um, as but you got to understand that that's not the focus of what I'm trying to do. The focus of what I'm trying to do as a lover of Star Trek is to try to explain to myself and to you guys what I believe sets the precedence for things that are in Star Trek canon, okay, or things that pop up in Star Trek canon, okay. So let's start. I think his name was its name was Gumtu. Gumtu, Gumtu sounds good. I like Gumtu. All right, Gumtu from the episode Tin Man, I believe. All right, well, I know it's from the episode Tin Man, but his name is Gumtu. It was a ship that was a living ship. All right, I believe it was in the area of this sun that was about to go supernova because he wanted to end his life. His crew had got irradiated, died, and everything like that. Tim Milburn, Super Beta Z from Tau Alpha 7. No, anyway, but in that episode, Tin Man did not use warp drive, and if you look at Tin Man whenever he emitted an energy wave or when he did jump, all right, check out what's going on with this ship. It spins, okay, emits a wave, okay, and Tin Man's gone. All right. Now, that's the same type of thing that happens with the ship Discovery. Okay, it could be possible that Tin Man or the species that raised Tin Man or developed the Tin Man Gum2 technology. Okay, uh, instead of using instead of they started off with the tardigrades maybe, okay, and went up to a humanoid, found that that was dangerous, okay, and then ended up making some type of ship or a sentient being part of the ship that could navigate the mycelial network free of any hindrances to the crew. Okay, so that's one example that I think could support the use of the spore drive or the mycelial network within the Star Trek canon. Okay, the second thing, and this is further of a leap, but just bear with me. Borg transwarp conduits, those hubs. Okay, we first seen them in Voyager. Okay, now if you think about it, it's also a network in subspace. Now we know how vast subspace is. Hell, in the next generation, excuse my Hungarian. In the next generation, it was a next generation episode where I believe Geordi had sent some type of signal that was picked up in deep subspace, and people on the ship was getting kidnapped and all that kind of stuff. So there's other realms in subspace or beneath space, okay, or in space that are in a Trek canon. Okay, so Borg transwarp conduits. Maybe the Borg took it a step further, okay, because of their knowledge from all the species that they gathered. I'm pretty sure that they would have come across the technology, or at least the idea of the mycelial network, if it exists in canon in Star Trek, which we know it does. Okay, so maybe through Borg ingenuity and high speedness, they were able to get rid of the need of an organic type of pilot and totally make their own type of mycelial network within subspace, which they call transwarp conduits. Okay, so I think I'll rattle some more ideas around in my brain to see if there's some other things that I can link in canon that would support the Spore drive. But I think so far I feel pretty confident that I did a pretty good job so far. Let me know what you think. Trek Canon. Thanks for listening.